Peter Beardsley scored twice here last April when Everton came back to draw 3-3 after being 3-0 down at half-time. In fact, both the last two league meetings between Spurs and Everton here at White Hart Lane have ended 3-3, and Paul Allen has scored in both those games. Today, he captains a team for the first time in his professional career, because Spurs are without the suspended Neil Ruddock and Gary Mabbott, who played a reserve game this morning after 3 operations. Steve Sedgley and David Howells are both injured, so there's a place in defence for David Tuttle at number 6, and in midfield for number 4, Andy Gray. And the 3 attackers, number 7, Darren Anderton, number 8, Gordon Jury, and number 10, Teddy Sheringham, cost a combined total of £6 million. Everton's new striker, Paul Rideout, is out with a shoulder injury, so Maurice Johnston wears the number 9 shirt, and at number 10, Howard Kendall signing from Southampton, the Welsh international Barry Horn. Referee today, Robbie Hart of Darlington. Sunshine at the start of a match which is really one for the historians. Tottenham Hotspur, 110 years old today, September the 5th, 1882, the accepted date for their formation. Beardsley, that's Tuttle. Gordon Jury shaking off David Watson. Sheringham, now Ebrel. And the through ball by Ward was looking for Beardsley. Goalkeeper Ian Walker, whose father Mike is the Norwich manager. That was Vajika. To Beardsley, and here's Mark Ward. Johnston to his left here. Back into Beardsley. Everton have got plenty of players forward here. Hinchcliffe back again to Ward. Cundy away. Beardsley. Slip. This is Gordon Jury. Sheringham's inside it. It's still Jury. Shouts came for Jury because Ablett lost his balance. But Southall certainly kept his. Now Samway slips over, and Everton benefit. It's Vajika. Tuttle. Horn. Vajika. And that's a foul. Vajika bundled over by Vinnie Samways. So big David Watson, the Everton captain, will make his way forward for the free kick. Being marked at present by Sheringham. But he is a threat on set plays, is Watson. And Walker came to meet him. Ebrel and Beardsley. Onside and on the 6-yard line when he made contact, Peter Beardsley. Getting a connection onto John Ebrel's shot. Here's Walker coming to meet Watson with the punch, but Ebrel's shot, and he was onside, Beardsley. Sheringham, Jury, Ward for Everton. Horn. Johnston off through the middle, Vajika on this side. Johnston flicking it on, Horn! Oh, two Spurs players looking towards the linesman there, but there was no flag, and Barry Horn had the shot. Again, Vajika involved in the build-up. They had a man over, really, there. Andy Gray wasn't marking first off, and then Horn with the follow-up. And a bit of relief around in the Spurs section after that. Header by Vanden Hauwe was picked up by Horn. This is Harper. And there was some movement off the ball there from Beardsley, being marked here by Tuttle. Support for the visitors. Here's John Ebrel. He's still got it. And now Vajika went to the line. Oh, and Ward was there. And Everton have taken the lead, have they? No, they haven't. There was an infringement. And I suspect that's because Vajika certainly gets down to the line there. Oh, it's out. The ball was out of play before he pulled it back, so it's a goal kick to Spurs, and Ward's effort does not count. Sheringham to Allen. This is Austin. And Anderton now on the right. Vanden Hauwe. Tottenham's passing for the moment is letting them down. They're conceding possession. This is Vanden Hauwe again. And the back pass was by Horn. Here's Harper. Allen, Sheringham, Anderton. That was better from Spurs. He's turning to try and find a colleague, Anderton, but he ran into an Everton player. And here's Horn. Austin, a good challenge. Sheringham, Jury. But not a good return, really. Sheringham made something of it, but Anderton couldn't. And there goes Johnston onto a through pass from Beardsley, and he's clean through and misses. But there was a touch on it, and it's going to be a corner. Johnston may still feel he should have scored, but Beardsley put a lovely ball through there, and it cut Tottenham in half. Ablett forward for the corner. This is Ablett. And here's Ebrel. Half an hour gone, and Everton have been within a whisker of taking the lead here. And there goes Ward. Austin to cut him off, but got to be kicked by the keeper there. And this is Anderson. Well, he did well enough there. This is Jury, but Spurs need to get people forward in the centre. Samway's arriving now. Still Jury. Goal kick. Jury looked for the penalty. And there was no response at all from the referee. Austin. And Southall able to come forward. 5 minutes left in the first half. And Spurs have had rather a better time in the last 10 minutes or so, but they're being stretched again here with Vajika. And Walker turned that round from the Polish international, who will no doubt be figuring in England's World Cup group, Robert Vajika. And the corner forced for Hinchcliffe to come over and take. And Watson and Ablett again forward for Everton. That's Ablett. And that's a goal kick. And Beardsley was onside according to the linesman. A real chance here for Peter Beardsley for Everton. And that's good finishing by the little man who knows how to take those chances. And Spurs were caught all in a line looking for an offside, which didn't come. And Peter Beardsley, who scored twice here at the end of last season, now opens the scoring today. Walker got hands to it, but after 43 minutes, it's 1-0 to Everton, and there was no flag. And although Walker stood up to him, Beardsley registered. Gray. Oh, and that's Watson on Vinnie Samways. Not a great deal of protest from him, but there was from Jury. It's the second time Spurs have looked towards the referee in the hope of getting a penalty in this first half. It hasn't come. And there's two over on the left. Spurs are getting pulled across in defence, and Ward's got loads of space. Austin cut it out, but Johnston was hovering. And there's a flank problem there for Spurs. Austin's being pulled in, and they're leaving a man wide who's unmarked, who's usually Ward here. And on that note, the first half ends. A few Spurs grunts and groans about a penalty appeal turned down, but overall, Everton have looked the more composed side, and unbeaten as they are in the Premier League so far, they have a goal from Peter Beardsley to take back to the dressing room. Talking last night to the Everton management team, Howard Kendall and Colin Harvey, they don't like the 15-minute break for half-time in Premier League matches. And they tend to agree with George Graham of Arsenal that managers don't need anything like that amount of time to get their points across, and would rather get the players back into action after the 10 minutes that it used to be. Just a little talking point as we start the second half here with Spurs up against it. This is Mark Ward. Oh, he found a gap there. Johnston, Beardsley. Again, it was quick and neat by Everton. This is Vajika. Ward's gone outside him now, number 11. Pulls it back for Beardsley. Oh, that was travelling. Blocked by Cundy, I think. And here's Allen. Sheringham. Samways. Now Jury. Oh, he's done really well there, Gordon Jury, but it was taken away from Anderton by Hinchcliffe, and Spurs have a corner. Good play by Gordon Jury on the left. That's Tuttle. Showing unable to get there. Gray's been penalised there for the challenge. And, Spurs have started better, but my word, they've left a gap again here. It's Maurice Johnston, and just, oh, now hang on, that was Cundy surely back to the goalkeeper. It's going to be an indirect free kick, and that's where I think the law is a bit hard on defenders, I have to say. He slid in to make a good defender's challenge and prevent the shot at goal, but because the goalkeeper then picked the ball up from Jason Cundy, Look, he's second favourite for this, isn't he? But he gets in. Now that Walker seemingly had to do, and it's an indirect free kick inside the area to Everton. Beardsley, but there was a Tottenham player nowhere near 10 yards when that kick was taken. However, that might seem like a little bit of justice. An untidy challenge by Harper on Allen. And there's going to be a substitution by Spurs. Darren Anderton is the player going off. And 17-year-old Andy Turner, a lad from Woolwich in south-east London, who's come through the Spurs youth ranks. Got a good left foot and has played in some of the early games. He's on the flank now, wearing number 12. Beardsley gets the better of Austin here. Barlow in the centre. Ebrel coming forward now, number 4. Oh, what a good effort by Ebrel. A fine stop by Walker. And young John Ebrel, whose pass put Beardsley through for the goal just before half-time, now at the forefront of the attack himself. And a good effort it was too here. On the left foot, but Walker got his palms to it. Header out by Sheringham. This is Ward. And now it's Ablett. England under-21s next week. Ian Walker from Spain. Oh, Beardsley had some room to turn there. And here's Barlow! And Walker, a vital save. And Spurs exposed again. Really shouldn't have allowed Everton to penetrate as easily as that. Goalkeeper again takes credit, because that save almost certainly kept Spurs in the match. And now Watson will do what any defender in that situation is likely to do now, and kick the ball into the stand. It's Gray with the throw for Spurs. Just over 10 minutes left. Away by Watson, only to Jury. Sheringham! Allen! Goal! And the captain has equalised for Spurs. Paul Allen scoring in this fixture for the 3rd year running. And an important goal for Tottenham. Gordon Jury's firing it across. Sheringham hit Southall's legs. Allen hit the roof of the net. Beagrie. This is Hinchcliffe. He got the better of Austin. That's his cross. Oh, and Tuttle was a bit fortunate. It seemed to go underneath him, and Barlow didn't make contact, or else Spurs would have been behind again. So often last season Spurs let goals in here in the closing minutes of games, and it nearly happened again then. And he's still at it, Gordon Jury. Excellent second half by the number 8. And Gray's saying, leave it. It's worth launching a long one in these dying minutes. Tuttle is in there for Spurs. Sheringham comes with Southall. Turner! It's in! Oh, the 17-year-old has done it! In stoppage time for Spurs. Would you believe it? Well, you'll never forget this. His first senior goal, Andy Turner. It was Andy Gray's long throw. Southall didn't quite get the proper contact. I'm sure that got a deflection off an Everton player, but it's in the net, and Spurs are leading 2-1 in a match which for a long, long time they look like losing. And a great roar goes up as 17-year-old Andy Turner's name is announced on the loudspeaker. And Everton must be wondering, as Ebrel shoots, how they've got themselves into this position. They seemed so much in control earlier, but you've got to say about Spurs, it's been a good second half recovery. and it's produced 3 points, and Everton's unbeaten record bites the dust. Paul Allen got the equaliser with barely 10 minutes to go, and then Andy Turner, firing through the crowd of players, gets the goal that gives Spurs their second home win of the week. Everton will be scratching their heads as to how that one got away after Beardsley had put them in front. But a final score at what's now a happy White Hart Lane, 26,500 the crowd. The score, Spurs 2, Everton 1.